All right. Hey, what's up, crypto friends? Thanks for joining me once again. It is Austin Angler back with another crypto update. Guys, today I got to pop back in and go over a few things with you guys. So, there has been a few more basically large contagion spread effect of the FTX fallout. There's going to be this company that I pulled up some information on here for us, Genesis Trading. Um, their quarterly reports are looking, I mean, they're about to go bankrupt. So we'll just take these numbers and basically have to say that they're going to have to restructure. Now, I believe it was one of the other companies, BlockFi, which is also probably going to go under bankruptcy. They were actually purchased by FTX, and they were supposed to have at 1.4 billion, and then it was only 1 billion, and then FTX bought them for 25 million. So because they never had the funds. And so the same thing has kind of happened here to FTX, where you're going to have some assets here under FTX, which is, I think I just had this up. It was 900. It was 900 million basically for $9 billion. $9 billion worth of collateral that they owed. Just the top 50 creditors, it looks like they owe, what did that say, $3 billion to? I wonder if this has the names of the creditors at least. Well, they had more than 1 million creditors, it looks like. Just I gotta remember, I gotta keep clicking the share tab here. So looks like they had 50 creditors over $3 billion, and I heard that they only had about $900 million for their uh, for the for the $9 billion that they lost. So it's kind of interesting here to see what's going to happen with the fallout. Another thing there that happened, this just came up on my, like, there's a lot of stuff happening. This is why I had to jump online and share this with you guys, because Tom Brady, Steph Curry, they're looking at getting in a little bit of, maybe not necessarily trouble. I don't think, well, Kim Kardashian just got in trouble, or one of the Kardashians just got in trouble, where they got paid $250,000 to do a promotion, and then they got fined because it's, you're not allowed to do that for securities, and then they had to pay like $1.3 million back. So it can be a pretty hefty fine, and if you're not able to pay it, I'm sure these two will be fine paying their fines. Um, but it should be kind of interesting to see what the fallout is of this. Now, I did have the price chart because I wanted to show this to you guys, and I actually had monthly up here. Let's see here. There we go. I wanted to show you guys this a little bit and show you kind of where we are. Oh, here comes an ad for FinBiz. I love FinBiz, but they have tons of ads. Okay, here we are. So let me make sure everybody can see that. Now, you guys see that to the left, we had a run from 2016 to 2018. And that run was 2 years, and it was a tremendous run. Let me see here. That run took us from, yeah, that's what I remember, like the 300-400s all the way to the 20,000 level. Like there was a period where it stopped right here at 1,200, and I remember that because I used to, before the sports betting and stuff was legal, I used to use like Bovada and stuff like that, and they'd make you buy some Bitcoin. And I remember those prices back at 700. I remember them back at 300 also, when it made the jump from like $70, I think it was, to the 300s. And at the very beginning. So these runs typically last 2 years, and then it spends probably about a year, maybe a year and a half, kind of finding a bottom, creating a bottom. Well, right now we had a pretty big run. I'd say that's about 2 years, maybe a little bit longer than 2 years. So maybe our pullback will be a little bit greater than 2 years this time. We will see right here, right where we are though, which is this 15,000 down to 13,000, I would say, is when we start to really get some people that bought in a long time ago. When you start seeing lower prices than these, you're going to start seeing more people selling from all the way back here in 2015 to 2017. And besides this contagion effect, that's what they call it in finance, is contagion, where you have a collapse and it starts spreading, just like any other thing that is science based. These type of things are wrapped around science, and you take a hammer and you hit ice, that's going to spread fragmented pieces one way or the other. It's just the energy. It's the energy of money is what we're talking about. And it's really important to know this type of stuff, because if you're in any market, especially for the people that followed all of my channels, then you can go in and you can see that we have an interesting moment here where we're going to test some bottoms. We're going to create some new lows. I don't know where, this looks very like, I don't see where we have any positive news right now is the problem. I don't see, the technology is great, but the industry is getting hammered. And it's going to continue getting hammered. There's going to be more bankruptcies this week with, like I said, BlockFi, the Genesis Trading, and then there's 200 or 300 projects that FTX backed. So, like, all of those peoples that were working on projects that kept their funds with FTX, say, as like their banking business institution, that's all gone. So we have all of those people are now, they have projects, but they have no money. And they're going to have to basically give up some of what they worked already hard for pennies on the dollar on projects, just to get financing from other places. And if nobody wants to even touch cryptos, now I want to show you guys a couple more charts here though, because you have interesting, well, not this chart exactly. I want to show you Litecoin, but not that Litecoin. I want to show you, hold on, let's go to the daily. Okay. I want to show you some certain things like Litecoin, right? Litecoin to Bitcoin. The reason why is it going up? Why is XRP going up? Why is Bitcoin just getting slammed compared to some of these? And there's for good reason. These coins like Litecoin and Ethereum even is doing pretty decent holding. It's pretty stable with Bitcoin, honestly. There's just so much basically backing when you're talking about these large companies like Coinbase, or you're talking, about Gemini, and you're even talking about FTX. Like, they were supposed to have so much Bitcoin, which was kind of like their stable, this is how much assets we have. And most of it was in, supposed to be in Bitcoin. And Ethereum is the second one, and then it goes to Litecoin. But Litecoin is more of like a fanboy coin, where you've been around a long time, like Litecoin, and you believed in Litecoin, but That's why it's having this super pop here. But it's been around since 2000. It's been around before this. Um, this is just the chart here. Let's see what the US dollar chart says. Litecoin's been around for quite a while. And the so Litecoin is, but it's not, Litecoin is not stored for like security of financial assets. And that's why it's doing better. That's just why it's doing better. And there's just so many. Bitcoin's not bad or nothing. I'm not saying Bitcoin's bad. I'm just saying that you'll see some of these other coins do a little bit better than other coins because of the fact that, or other than Bitcoin, because of the fact that you just have um, so much downward pressure with all of these companies and nobody really knowing how widespread this was. This is 2008 basically for the crypto market, and it's that big. Like, there was a lot of people in 2020 that took quite a bit of money and stimulus and put it into cryptocurrencies. A lot of people that watch both of my topics on my channel put a lot of money into cryptocurrencies. A lot of people over the last 2 to 3 years, well, not last year, before that, put in money into cryptocurrencies at stupid high prices compared to what we are now. Now, it won't look stupid high in the long run because the technology is still there. And, I eventually do see a greater rebound, but that's not going to pan out. I mean, if you take this year, you're going to take like 3 years to get out here, maybe 6 to 7 years to get out here. So you're going to have some opportunities. Let's see, this is probably 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. So it's going to be 2027, 5 years of a time period, potentially, until we have a bottom and a bull run. Like, this is a big downfall to defeat. And there's a lot of people that bought during here that made it go up so high that anytime they get a chance to sell this thing at a higher price, they're gonna start selling. Because once you go from 15 back to 20 and you see your $5,000 back, then you definitely have a incentive to at least just sell and take what you had. It's gonna be very interesting to see who these people are. 1 million creditors. Let's click on the link and see where it comes from. CNBC could have over 1 million creditors. All right, so let's see here. There we are. 1 million creditors in new bankruptcy filing. It definitely has more than 100,000 creditors, so jumping to 1 million would be pretty high. But oh man, it's going to be a lot of regulations for the United States, at least on cryptocurrencies like Coinbase. Coinbase is looking very, very well positioned, early positioned, to do well, because when you have a company that's already in the United States, you got everything already under control for approval. You got your deposits, you got your FDIC insurance for the money that is in cash. Remember, it's got to be in US dollar cash for the FDIC to insure it. It can't be in Bitcoin. Like, if they do happen to go bankrupt also for some crazy reason, then I don't foresee that happening. I believe that there's enough money behind Coinbase, and because they raised quite quite a lot of money from institutional places, because this was the first time that you had a Coinbase was the first time you had like a US stock that was going to be large cap on the NASDAQ, that was fully audited, and had all its ducks in a row in order to become a US listed stock. So Coinbase is well positioned to kind of recover from this, which is probably why, if anybody listens to Meet Kevin or anything like that, he has been saying Kathy Woods is making a big mistake, but I would have to disagree and say that it's probably the best time right now to go up and pick up some Coinbase if that's, if you have the positions to do that, because of the fact that they're down. I mean, they're already down close to 80 or 90% compared to what they IPO'd, which is wild, which is what a lot of companies are down. If you look at Tesla, Tesla down almost 60% on the year. Like, this is a terrible crash that we are going through. A lot of people are not affected by it because there are a lot of poor individuals that don't even have 401ks, or they don't have stock or retirement accounts. And right now is going to make a lot of them who have got a little bit of stimulus money and did get a little bit of maybe a crypto account, maybe they got 2 or 3 thousand and that's gone already. And it's unfair. It's unfair because a lot of people put a lot of money into that type of, that's our food here. So a lot of people put a lot of money into these investments and really um, saw the worst possible thing that could have happened to the entire industry. Because, like I said, the technology is great, but you got, so there will be another time to buy here. Like, it's going to get under 10,000. I hope it doesn't go back to 5, 4, 3,000. I don't see it going back to there because 7, 8, and 9 is a pretty strong level, but it's got to get through 13 and then about 11 and then 9. So we've got some levels, but I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to watch this over maybe another week here, see what the fallout is. I promise you guys there's more to come. So just keep watching the price. This could be a very good opportunity to get in where a lot of people haven't been able to get in before. And if you had any money that you've been saving, because it has been a recession, there has been no gas, like, this is the time to start sprinkling in to these type of positions. When obviously when we see some things that are on a super discount like they are, it's way easier to buy things when they are super low than they are super high. And that's every textbook that you ever will read on finance will tell you to buy low and sell high. So that's what position we are sitting at right now. Like I said, there will be more of these collapses. I don't know how widespread it's going to get, but there is no Federal Reserve to bail anybody out. So I do want everybody to pay attention and to watch this, because it could get very ugly, potentially worse than the 2008 financial crisis, where the banks started just going under, in the housing crisis. It spread. This is going to spread. This is spreading to people not being able to sell their crypto and pay rents. Like, just, it's affecting the whole entire economy. People losing all sorts of money everywhere. Stocks, crypto, their 401ks are terribly down. Like, we're not looking good. And it's been a slow bleed. This is the not good kinds. We like the kinds that are, we don't like the kinds that are around during when the cough is around, but where it's a steep little spike down, and then back up because of everything getting saved. But it's definitely not a it's definitely not a very, very easy to handle bleed down that we've been suffering. And we've been suffering this in all markets. If we go back and we look at, if we go back and hang on, I just got rid of my, There we go. My chart. All right, did that work? Okay, now I just got to scroll back down. Oh, things have evolved on YouTube. It has made me it's given me a little bit of problems actually getting back here. But I really do appreciate everyone that did give the thumbs up also, and all the people that shared this out to random people that might think that they need to know a little bit about cryptocurrency, because even if you cut this up and just share it with people, that helps me out, because I want to make sure that I'm here for people, so that because this is how I started my channel. I started off fishing and cryptocurrencies, and then got into the whole growing, and business industry of that, and real estate. But it all started all because of this little blip here from 2016 to 2018, and I was able to capitalize. And I want to be there for people so that they can capitalize the same way that I was able to capitalize on, just making your life a whole lot different. So um, let's see here. Let's go ahead and end the stream. We already got some questions on the other stream. I kind of screwed that up because of the streams being doubled, but hopefully anybody that's still here got some information out of this. It's going to keep spreading. This FTX fallout is going to be a really, really not, really good for cryptocurrencies to get regulated and the technology to be used. I hope that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, they all don't remain securities. The best thing that would happen to them is if the cryptocurrencies could just be custodial and they wouldn't be securities. It'd just be like a custodial exchange, where they would hold on to whatever you had, instead of making it a security. More like art, kind of art is has a custodial exchange tag to it. So if it could be like that, then it would be a very good thing for regulation to come. But we'll see how, if this spreads really far. I swear it was an undercover thing done by someone to take down the entire system of cryptos. And so that, you already see it now. They are doing a CBDC coin, which is the central bank dollar coin. And we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure that's how they're going to start transacting on the back ends of banks, to start, instead, not even give it to consumers, just kind of force us into using it over our debit cards. Just implement it right alongside cash, and there you go. There's your cryptocurrency. And I'll bet you they have it. I'll bet you that MIT has worked on it. I'll bet you all these insider guys know about it. And we'll see. That's why I think it'll take about 5 years. They'll probably try to roll the CBDC thing out, and it will have the same problem that the dollar has, is, nobody trusts it. And that will probably, when that rollout comes, it'll actually probably push Bitcoin down into this 3,000 area, before it actually does recover back up. And I would expect by the end of this chart, whatever that is, that's 10 years. If this goes another 10 years, I suspect that we'll be at all-time highs. But it's going to be a long time for cryptocurrencies to sit there and be patient, and just know that time will, it's an investment. It's nothing. It's for the future. It's going to be the best. It's just going to get pushed down by the Federal Reserve, the banks, the governments, and everything like that. One more time, this is their opportunity to do it. So they're going to take their chance. They're going to, make their move. They're going to go out there, and they're going to take their whack at it, and be like the big old mafia that they are, and they're going to really try to enforce their own coin. And they're going to do it by crushing something like this and then saying, like, listen, we got to, at least ours is backed by, like, if something goes wrong, we can fix it. That's what they're going to say to everybody. And it's going to be true, but there'll be something that happens. And the U.S. government, I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of things coming down the line. I think the U.S. government, there's a lot of investigations out there for everybody, and I feel like the current sitting president might not be the current sitting president throughout his whole entire term, and I think that move is going to be made here sooner than later, and it'll be an interesting play to see how all of that affects the rollout of the CBDC and everything in general. It's going to be an interesting it's going to be an interesting 6 months to a year, because that's about the time frame that they would have to get rid of him, replace him, and then start promoting that new person with good things, and then replacing that person with good things, so that the next in 2 more years that they would be ready for, the battle that's going to happen. So I'm not really sure on how it'll happen, but that's probably basically the general version of what will happen, and it's going to push these cryptocurrencies down a little bit lower in the whole entire market. Like, they're going to try to wreck the market during this. It could be a big mushroom cloud over there somewhere, and that's going to be very unfortunate. But it's looking like it's going to be sooner than later. And they have a moment right now. It's a great moment to try to crush most people that actually became kind of wealthy in the Corona days, and the days where most of the people had had a lot of spendable consumer money just floating to their accounts, and that's what caused some of this huge inflation too, to be honest. So let's jump offline here, and everybody had a good stream. We'll see you guys all in another week. Send some questions in the comments down below. That way I can address them next live stream. How about I be on next week, Monday or Tuesday? I'll see you guys then.